So if you are having trouble getting started with these problems, we're going to go ahead and go through it together. But I'm not going to do all of it like I usually do with you guys. So you need to make sure that you do your part. I'll go ahead and get started and give you as much as I can. But I do want you to try to do some of it on your own. So I'm going to start off by reading the problem. It says, each school year, the 7th graders who study the laws of motion take a field trip to the energy lab in Chicago. In 2017, Rhodes School spent $1,152 for 96 students to attend the field trip. In 2018, the school paid $1,200 for 100 students to attend the field trip. This year, the school paid $1,104 for 92 7th graders to attend the trip to the lab. Complete the table below. So what you can see in the table has been completed is the number of students who attended each year. This is how much, right? If I go back to the problem, I can see that that matches up. And then this and this price and this amount of students. So that's where they got these amounts from. You're going to see another part in your table. And what you are supposed to use it for is to find the constant of proportionality. Remember that in our notes from yesterday, we know that we find this by taking y and dividing it by x. We can also call that k. But so in each part of this table, I'm going to take my y's and divide by this number. So you're going this way, okay? It should look like this when you set it up. And I want you to figure out what this number is. In order for me to give you full credit, you need to have solved these. It's okay if you use a calculator for this part because the numbers are quite big. I just want you to be independent and get this part. Now that I've guided you through this problem, you should be able to get this number. It's going to be very important that you find this number for the rest of the questions that are down below. So press pause and do some division for me, please. Okay, so moving on. The first question says, is the price the school pays each year in field trip fees proportional to the number of students entering the lab? So it's yes if these numbers were the same. If they were not, then it is no. Okay, but depending on what the numbers you got were, your response is going to be different. Okay, so the next one is talking about the unit rate. Unit rate we talked about yesterday as well in the notes. We know that the unit rate is actually now the same thing as the constant of proportionality, except that it will have 2 units of measurement. One is the price in dollars, right? And the second quantity or the second amount we're talking about is the students. So what was the price per students? Well, K is going to go in here, constant of proportionality. So whatever number you got here, well, that goes in our unit rate. That's going to be part of it. So again, excuse me, that is why you need to divide these to find the constant of proportionality. Okay, so next question says, identify the constant of proportionality. So by now you should know exactly what it is from the table and explain what it means. So what does it mean in this problem where we're talking about students going on a field trip and that there's a cost and there's a number of students? What does that number actually mean? Well, I'll let you think about it for a second. Jot down your ideas. And so if you said that it's the price for students to enter the lab, you're correct. I want to know what is that price. So again, you bring that down from the unit rate, whatever number you put here. We'll also go here. And then one last question is, how much would the school pay if 135 students attended the field trip? So if you know how much one student, right, because this is per student or per one student, you know how much it costs for them to come in. Well, you're going to take that price and multiply it by 135, right? That's going to give you a total price. That'll be in dollars for you to get this marked as 100% complete. All these empty spaces need to be filled in, right? So as long as you are able to find this number, you'll be able to find this. You should know this, and you can get the answer for this. Okay, so pause the video and get those numbers for me, please.